Hey guys, it's Julia and welcome back to my channel. And for today's video, I have an exciting movie review for you guys, and that is The Long Walk, written by Stephen King. I recently just read the book. Well, reread the book. I've read it before, but I reread the book. I did a review on it if you guys want to check that out, but I will kind of be comparing some of the things that happen in the movie versus the book in this video as well. First off, if you have no idea what The Long Walk is about, it's in like a dystopian America society where it's about these guys who sign up for a competition where you have to keep walking till you're the only one left. So in the book they start with 100 and they end with 1. In the movie they do 50, unless I totally missed something. But they did, like, I see why they would do 50 or less in the movie for time reasons. This competition, The Long Walk, has been going on for years, and it's kind of like a raffle system. So most guys put their name in, they just probably won't get chosen, and we follow the people who obviously did get chosen for that. I liked seeing how I kind of interpreted it and then how it came out on screen. Garrity's the main character. He's like the most loved. King puts the most time into his character, at least in the book. I thought in the book that it was kind of hard to get attached to some of the side characters because there wasn't enough development of them. Like, you maybe liked them, but like not as much as Garrity or anybody else. But in the movie, I found that people like Olsen and Stevens, and like actually like seeing them and seeing how their behavior, and we got more time with them. We got some one-on-ones with like the four musketeers that they had going. Same with Baker as well. So I would say watching the movie, the deaths hit a lot harder. One, because you're actually seeing it. You hear the gunshot go off and you hear how, and then you see how it kind of affects everybody else afterwards. I also found in the book there were more like crowds and checkpoints and things like that along the way. Like they talked about that a little bit more. I remember when I was reading, there were like scenes where there was like lineups of fans and things like that along the way. The movie mostly showed one of Garrity's fans and his mother, which was a very hard-hitting scene. I thought Garrity and Pete's friendship was the entire point of this movie. It was phenomenal, their connection, the fact that a lot of them became such close friends. They were all doing this together. And then in the back of your mind, you got to think that, each person that dies along the way, you're one step closer to winning that big money prize that they want so bad. I thought it was also interesting to see how sick Stevens got. They didn't say exactly that he had pneumonia, but that's what the book says, and you can really see how ill he gets throughout the movie. But yeah, I love Garrity most in the book. I loved him most in the movie. He was the team player. He was giving other people pep talks. He was the most caring about everybody. The other guys were seeing, people's deaths as a win because, there's only supposed to be one standing, so your chances go up the more people die. This movie is definitely more of like a thriller though. I don't think it's horror. They have a few gory parts, like when one of the guys' legs get run over by a tank and you see that, and the ankle that gets bent horribly, which was gross, but it's nothing too bad. More thriller. Okay. I've kind of said some minor spoilers, but I'm gonna chop it off here. This is gonna be the rest spoilers because the book ending and the movie ending are different, and I want to talk about it. So in the book, Garrity wins the whole thing, so that's what I was expecting in the movie, and it's not what we got. Garrity tries to help Pete when he falls, and Pete was gonna let him win the whole thing. Garrity says basically absolutely not, and gets up and walks with him, and then later he does the exact same thing that Pete did to him, except now Garrity's dead and Pete won. That Garrity's purpose for doing the long walk wasn't money. That was talked about throughout the film, but he had an instance with the Major and his father. The Major shot his father previously, so he was gonna win the long walk and shoot him as a revenge. So what Pete does when he wins is fulfills his friend's dying wish. And at first Pete didn't want Garrity to succumb to revenge and shoot the Major when he won. After Garrity's death, Pete decides to shoot the Major. Basically where the movie ends. He walks into the distance after shooting him. But just that loyal friendship. I feel bad for Garrity's mom too. Just thinking about it, thinking about how her husband spoke his mind, spoke his word, but ultimately kind of gave himself up, got shot, killed. She lost her husband. Then her son wants to do the long walk. He actually gets in. And not only does he make it to the last two, but like she sees him along the way and then she loses her son. I just hope Pete did something for her. That's what I'm thinking. Like, I just hope Pete did something for her. But yeah, I felt really bad for Garrity's mom because she literally lost everything in this movie. So overall, I thought this movie was super interesting, entertaining, and kind of heartbreaking. You really grow to love the cast throughout the movie and root for them. And it's kind of hard to root for one individual because that means the others have to go. Also, they talk about how if one of them won the long walk, they would try to advocate for two people to win so that you at least have a friend at the end of it. And I was like, for me, it was a 4-star movie. I really enjoyed it. 4 to 5. I thought it was great. So it is similar to the book a lot, but it does have the alt ending, which I wasn't expecting, but I think they made it more like movie appropriate. Like it's kind of good that we got to see Pete get his vengeance for Garrity after Garrity gave up his life for him. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Let me know what you thought of The Long Walk down below. What did you think of the ending? What did you think of the characters? I'd love to know. If you'd like to check out my book review, I'll link that up on the screen and down below. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching again, and I'll see you super soon with a new video.